Now, I've always said I love the One Piece community for its discussion and its discourse, but one thing in the One Piece community that I've always seen people go back and forth about with never really a concrete, clear answer is how strong certain characters are, right? But when it comes to Monkey D. Luffy, the community will jump through so many mental hoops to either downplay Luffy or skyrocket him and his power level. So today in this video, we finna just simply be discussing how strong is current Monkey D. Luffy on Egghead, man. Now we're gonna be factoring in all the things like Gear 5, his stamina issues, and all those things, man. So lock in, we finna get straight into the video and enjoy it, man. Let's get it. Now I'm not sure if this is a Luffy thing or if this is something majority of people do in the One Piece community when discussing characters. Now, when I see people discuss other characters or when I'm discussing characters with other people, and you know what I'm saying, about One Piece, I usually hear a lot of people say this, but it only applies to Luffy. And that statement is that the opponent Luffy just beat that is still stronger than him, right? Now, that might be true in certain circumstances, but I feel like it's gotten really out of hand with niggas downplaying Luffy and his strength. And if niggas either do two things. They either downplay Luffy in his abilities and his strength, or depending on who Luffy beats, they'll downplay the person Luffy beat and say that that person was just weaker than what we thought, which just isn't true at all, and we're gonna break it down in this video. Now, we're gonna get into the more recent examples of people trying to either downplay Luffy or his opponents, right? Now, obviously, the most recent ones are Kaido and what's potentially going on the Egghead, but more people discuss the Kaido fight versus the Egghead thing because the Egghead stuff, we still have to see how it plays out, right? That's honestly why I kind of want to wait for Egghead to end to make this video, because who knows, next chapter, everything I say could fucking be proven wrong, but who fucking cares, you know what I'm saying? We gonna live in the fucking moment. But anyways, let's start off with Kaido, man. Now, for the people who believe that Kaido is still stronger than Luffy, trust me, I used to believe the same shit. I was one of y'all niggas, right? Now, this is why I feel like y'all niggas should pay attention. Because like I said, I was thinking the same shit as y'all niggas after Wano. I'm like, oh yeah, Luffy's still weaker. But what I've seen in the past few chapters have changed my mind. It's probably changed a lot of other niggas' minds. Now, it's okay to have your mind changed, but the way some of y'all niggas will completely switch up on a character or switch up on Luffy or some shit is absolutely fucking insane. And it's different. It's different ways of switching it up. When you see new shit and it just completely proves you wrong, it's okay to switch up. But when y'all niggas get proven some bullshit wrong, y'all niggas don't want to admit y'all was wrong and just face the facts. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get into it, right? Now, we already know that the Haki bloom has been discussed in the story. Rayleigh already has discussed when you get in intense fights with your Haki improves. So Luffy's Haki right now, and him as a whole, is already stronger now than what he was in Wano off of that pure fact alone. Fuck him getting more used to his devil fruit and having more use of Gear 5 and all that shit, because we're going to get into that next, right? Now, like I just said, Luffy's first time fighting Kaido, well, not his first time. When Luffy actually ended up winning against Kaido, like how we all saw, nigga, that was his very first time using Gear 5, bro. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me Luffy now, after it's not like he's used the form hella or anything still, you know what I'm saying? But he's used it a few more times than what he has done. We've seen a little bit more of what he can do, you know what I'm saying? He's doing everybody the same fucking way. He's like damn near the Kaido is like pretty much the only nigga Luffy has fought so far in Gear 5 that he has not, like, basically no diff damn near. Or at least it looks like he's no diff in these other niggas that we're finna get into in a second, right? Now, people might try to use this argument for Kaido and say Kaido had these other fights on the rooftop and that he was doing shit like holding up the island, you know, fighting Yamato, all these other things. Now, like I said, I agreed with these things previously, but I hate to break it to you, man. Luffy was more weakened when it came down to the end of that fight than Kaido was. Luffy just came back from literally dying. You know what I'm saying? Niggas love to use the excuse of how Luffy had food and all this other shit. But nigga, Luffy lost those fights. Those fights are null and void now because we're talking about the final fight. Now, another thing, I like how I just mentioned with the Kaido aspect, how niggas like to talk about he had other fights. I agree, Kaido had other fights, so he probably wasn't at, you know what I'm saying, like, power level wise, I still believe he still had all this power to take. He really wasn't going all out on anybody up there. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck was there to go all out on? He was one tapping Luffy and shit. Luffy was going to sleep on the fucking rooftop and getting knocked the fuck off in seconds. Who was it really to go all out against? You know what I'm saying? So that for that one being one thing. Second of all, it's not like Kaido was sustaining hella damage before Gear 5 Luffy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying he wasn't taking any damage at all. But nigga, we're not gonna act like before that final battle with Luffy that this nigga was getting damaged hella by anybody else. Now, you could argue before Luffy turned Gear 5 when he was Snake Man and shit that he was doing a little bit of damage, a nice amount of damage to Kaido. But I don't think we could really sit here and argue that anybody else. You could argue that Zoro had that feat, and I'm a Zoro fan, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that shit did damage, but I don't think that's enough damage to discredit Luffy and what he done to say he's weaker than Kaido. And I love how the Kaido fanboys and the Kaido stands, and there's nothing wrong with being a Kaido fan. I fuck with Kaido. But the stands who will sit here and claim how he's still stronger will say dumbass shit like, oh, well, imagine if Kaido had a break. Imagine if Kaido stopped and ate food. Well, niggas, you know what I say to that? Imagine if Luffy had Gear 5 from the jump. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We can do the what if bullshit all fucking day, and it'll work for damn near any nigga if your bullshit what if is crazy enough. You know what the fuck I'm saying? So I don't really like that analogy being thrown into shit. And then people love saying how Luffy was healed because he ate food. I understand Luffy getting energy, you know what I'm saying, like stamina and shit because he eats food, but I don't think that shit has never healed an injury. You know what I'm saying? And then to top it all off, he didn't eat food in the final fight for fucking Kaido. That shit, he was on the rooftop, got knocked the fuck out, revived in Gear 5. Nigga didn't eat shit. So that argument of him eating the food in the previous fights is, like I said, is null and void, because y'all niggas, we're talking about the final fight when Luffy won. You know what I'm saying? Them other shits when he got knocked off, like I said previously, Kaido was not doing too much. He wasn't going all out. He wasn't sustaining too much of damage. You know what I'm saying? He still had a nice amount. I'm not even gonna say a nice amount, but he definitely had more stamina at the time than Gear 5 Luffy, because Luffy was literally burning out of that shit and had to restart his heartbeat to literally keep the fight going. You know what I'm saying? Now we finna get on to the Egghead feats. In Egghead, Luffy has clearly proved that he's stronger than Kaido, and some may even have Luffy as the strongest Yonko right now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finna get into that. In my opinion, it's possible Shanks and Blackbeard could potentially be stronger than Luffy. Everybody obviously knows that everybody assumes that Blackbeard will probably take out Shanks. So Blackbeard definitely is going to have something up his sleeve to beat Luffy 100%. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But Luffy just seems untouchable damn near right now. He's getting hit by fucking Kizaru and Saturn attacks at point blank range, and he's dodging these shits. Just niggas is shooting out. Both of these niggas is shooting items, and he's just dodging it at point blank fucking range, moving his fucking head back, right? Now, the Egghead feats I'm referring to are him toying with Kizaru and Saturn, basically like how I just mentioned, which are, in my opinion, two Admiral level characters. Obviously, Kizaru is an Admiral. If you don't think Saturn and the other Gorosei, if you don't think Saturn is Admiral tier, I can understand that, but I believe all of the Gorosei are probably, like, if I feel like if any of the Gorosei 1v1 an Admiral, they're either winning or that's just going extreme to high diff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think that an Admiral is just dogging a Gorosei. So Luffy is seemingly toying with two Admiral level opponents. Now, like I just said earlier in the video, next chapter could come out. The Gorosei could whoop Luffy ass. Kizaru could awaken, some bullshit could happen. This video could be null and void and niggas could be roasting and shit. It is what the fuck it is, nigga. I don't really care. Like I said, we living in the moment. If it happens, matter of fact, I low-key hope it happens. I would love to see Luffy get his ass fucking whooped and get put in check. But I'm also down for it if this nigga just finna dog niggas like this until you fight Blackbeard or Emu, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into other niggas who Luffy could potentially beat and lose against later on in a few minutes. But let's just get over to some more of these Egghead feats, right? Now, whether you believe Saturn is weaker or stronger than Kizaru, like I said, they're near the same level. Now, before, in my opinion, I used to have conversations with niggas about this. I would think, and maybe this could still hold true to a certain extent. Y'all niggas finna understand what I mean. I was always talking to people and I was like, yeah, bro, I don't know if there's any character in One Piece who could beat three Admirals at the same fucking time. Now, I do still somewhat think that holds true, somewhat of truth to it when it comes to the OG 3 Admirals, but that's only if a Kainu or Aokiji have Conquerors. You know what I'm saying? If them niggas got Conquerors, one of them niggas got Advanced Conquerors, or both of them, I think it would be hard for any nigga to take the original 3 Admirals at the same time. But nigga, Kizaru, Green Bull, Fujitora, oh yeah, nigga, it's definitely some niggas out there, nigga, that's taking them 3 niggas out at the same fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Now, Luffy is doing this shit, and it's just insane to see, because I remember when Luffy was running away from Kizaru and all this other shit. And I remember when niggas really thought Luffy was finna fight Saturn 1v1 and have a tough fight, but now he's dogging both of them. And then we can't even forget to mention how Luffy has already dealt with Kizaru this arc. It's not like It's not like how, remember how I said the Kaido niggas wanted to use the excuse of how Kaido was fighting damn near the whole arc? Nigga, Luffy been fighting damn near the whole time, nigga. He came on the island, fought Lucci, low diff that nigga, got that nigga the fuck up out of there. Nigga, we off screen the fucking Seraphim. We don't even know what the fuck happened with that, right? So then the next day come around, and then now these niggas fighting Kizaru and Saturn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Luffy had a little bit of a window in there probably over the nightfall and shit when they was interrogating York and whatnot and shit like that. But this nigga Luffy been whooping ass the whole time he's been on Egghead, bro. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, he literally just got done one-tapping Kizaru practically. I know they had a little bit of back and forth in Gear 4, but the moment Luffy went Gear 5 and he actually wanted to do a named attack on this nigga and not just play with his clone and try to eat his light and actually try to fight back, this nigga Luffy hit his nigga in the head and one-tapped him basically, and Kizaru was out. We all saw it. That definitely has some advanced conquerors in it 100%. In my opinion, that's the only advanced conquerors attack Luffy has done all arc, in my opinion. You could argue maybe the Dawn symbol in the last attack, that shit probably had advanced conquerors too. So those two attacks are probably the only two advanced conquerors attacks he's done so far at this arc. And then he's just literally eating Kizaru's attacks. He's, like I said, he's also eating the Saturn's attacks. He literally fought through it the last time and literally managed to punch Saturn while tanking it. And this time he's just straight up dodging it at point blank range. Now, if any other person did these feats in One Piece, they would be getting gassed to utter hell. Let Kaido do some of this shit. Let a nigga like Law, Zoro, Shanks, let any other nigga in One Piece do what Luffy just did, and niggas will be gassing them and hyping them up. But for some reason, it's niggas, and I understand we all got agendas, bro. I have my own agenda, you know what I'm saying? Do I really have it? I don't know, man. I'm a Zoro fan, you know what I'm saying? I like Zoro and a lot of certain characters. There's certain shit I want to see, but I try not to have too much of an agenda when it comes to this shit. I just like the story, you know what I'm saying? I damn near be down with whatever, unless it ain't some bullshit. But back to the fucking topic of the video. If any other nigga was doing these feats, niggas would be dick sucking. It's just that fucking simple, bro. And it's fun to push an agenda, but y'all niggas should straight up deny facts. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was a part of the Admiral agenda, okay? I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm waiting for Akainu to make some moves so I can make a separate video discussing the Admirals as a whole and the outlook on them, because I know it's changed over the community in the past fucking few months 100%. And it probably won't get no better unless Akainu shows the fuck out 100%. But, you know what I'm saying? I used to be an Admiral boy, and I can admit I was wrong, you know what I'm saying? But it's not even like that I was wrong, because I don't even think Kizaru, it's not like Kizaru's weak, it's not like Saturn's weak. Luffy is just him, bro. We have to remember and take this into account. Not only is Luffy the main character, so obviously he gonna have a lot more gas than other niggas and a lot more plot. But we're not gonna sit here and act like Luffy really has anything holding him back when it comes to him and his abilities. You could argue that he probably could get a little bit better with his conquerors and shit and master that shit a little bit more hockey wise and shit like that. But bro, the only thing really holding Gear 5 Luffy back and Luffy in general back is stamina, bro. Like, we can't just see Luffy as any other Yonko character because he only has way more room to grow. He's already stronger than Kaido, Big Mom. I'm not even saying it like he's just stronger than these niggas by a significant margin or anything like that. And like I said, Luffy's only issue is just him running out of stamina. And it's, my opinion, it's not even really a Luffy thing. It's like Oda just makes Luffy have that issue. Because if he didn't give him a stamina issue and Luffy could just walk around in Gear 5 all fucking day, nigga, Kizaru would have been laid the fuck out. You know what the fuck I'm saying? Like that. Saturn wouldn't even have had that moment where it looked like when he was trying to flex and show off, because Luffy would have still been in Gear 5 whooping on him and shit. This shit wouldn't even have happened and got this far. Saturn would have been summoning these niggas in here. You know what the fuck I'm saying? So it is what the fuck it is, man. Luffy is a different fucking breed. A good question I thought about when I was like, you know, writing the plot and script for this video and shit, I thought a question to put in the notes, and I want y'all boys to answer in the comment section if y'all made it this far. How do y'all think current Luffy right now would fare against Prime Rayleigh? I just want y'all boys to answer that shit in the comment section below if you made it this far in the video. But, you know what I'm saying, man? Luffy is that nigga. You know what I'm saying? We can't continue to downplay the boy. We can only, just gotta accept it for what it is, man. Now, like I said multiple times, Kizaru gets the fuck up, awakens, whoops Luffy's ass. It is what it is. But I'm pulling for Asante Kizaru versus Kizaru, or Zoro and Sanji versus Kizaru. Honest to God, you know what the fuck I'm saying. But anyways, my nigga, that's gonna be the end of the video. I done yapped to y'all boys enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my main channel, bro. I be posting gaming content, reactions, other like reactions to YouTube videos and shit over there. I damn near got 3,000 subs. Follow me over there. Link is gonna be in the description. And I caught up on JJK, my boys. I caught up on JJK yesterday, man. I'm on the most recent chapter. I don't know how these niggas is gonna beat Sukuna, bro. It's looking grim. If y'all niggas want JJK content, let me know, my boys. And rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, my nigga. I love y'all niggas, man. I'm out.